Good evening. Every candidate tonight shares a few basic attributes. We are more decent, more qualified, and more patriotic than the criminal in the White House. And we all have strong policy ideas and progressive values. But none of that matters. Not unless we break the corporate stranglehold on our government and retake power for all the people. I'm Tom Steyer. I'm running for president to take back our democracy, to restore a government of, by, and for the people. For 10 years across this country, I've run people-first campaigns from the outside that have taken on the corrupt corporate interests, and we've won. I'm the only one in this race that can go toe-to-toe with Mr. Trump on the economy and call him out for what he is. He's a fraud, and he's a failure. I spent 30 years of my life building a successful global business from scratch, which is a lot more than Mr. Trump ever did. His pattern of fraud is simple. He lies. He racks up the debt, and he sticks other people with the bill. In this case, that's us, the American taxpayers. Like clockwork, his policies are blowing up in his face, and you are paying the price. Trump's trade war cost Iowans $2 billion last year. That's $630 for every person in this state. And it's getting worse. He knew his trade war was going to hurt you, so he papered it over with a handout of your own hard-earned tax dollars. Days ago, China said they wouldn't buy any more U.S. ag equipment. They devalued their currencies, and it shook the markets. Guess who got hurt? Not Mr. Trump, not Mr. McConnell. Iowa farmers, Iowa families, Iowa's trying to make ends meet. Your families continue to suffer from Mr. Trump's ill-conceived, ill-executed, and unstrategic trade war. Growing up, my mother taught me a simple truth. Actions speak louder than words. She was a teacher from Minnesota who taught in the public schools of New York and the Brooklyn House of Detention. My father was the first person in his family to go to college. He stopped his legal career to go into the Navy in World War II, and he prosecuted the Nazis at Nuremberg. If actions speak louder than words, then let me tell you what I've done. I founded one of the largest grassroots political organizations in this country. I've gone toe-to-toe with big oil and big tobacco in the ballot box, and we've won. We closed a corporate tax loophole for billions of dollars and sent it to the public schools. And we've created over 500,000 union jobs. We can and we must fix the way the democracy works. That's why I called for term limits in Congress, so our government works for the American people again. Speaking of term limits, I have 6 words for you. Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, Chuck Grassley. Every Democrat has good ideas, but if you want to get anything done, we have to take back our democracy first. Without that, progressive values are empty promises. Without that, our policies are pipe dreams. And without that, none of us is truly free. As an outsider, as a capitalist, as a progressive activist, unlike any candidate in this race, I've been in this fight here in Iowa, registering voters, knocking on doors, turning people out, and winning since the beginning of 2014. The secret is you. When we put the American people back in the driver's seat, there's nothing we can't achieve. The right to health care, the right to free education from pre-K through college, the right to a living wage, the right to clean air and clean water. When the people are in power, our future is brighter than anyone in this audience can imagine. Now we're called on to win the biggest, most sweeping victory of our lives. That's our mission. That's what we're going to do. It's what we're called to do. Thank you. God bless you.